Happy Thursday, everybody. It's Scott Beebe with the Business on Purpose platform, and it's a Thursday afternoon. Hope everybody's doing fantastic. Had a great week. This week, we've got some of my friends are out in San Diego on the West Coast in the United States right now. They're at Social Media Marketing World, and for you guys, y'all suckers, man. Missed it this year. We couldn't make it out this year for good reason, but maybe next time we'll get to you. That was a great event. I do want to let you know that there is something that we have instituted in our business finance. So I'm going to take you behind the scenes so you can get a little background view into our business finances. And this goes, I see Betsy, you're coming on. This goes for nonprofits as well. So it doesn't matter what kind of organization you're running. It could be for-profit or non-for-profit. But this will be a game-changing idea that you can implement right now. In fact, it is just after 4 o'clock on the East Coast. So if you go to your bank, if you start driving right now while listening to this, don't watch this if you're in the car, but by listening to this, by the time you get to your bank, you're going to know exactly what to do to give you a ridiculous amount of clarity in your business finances. So let me set the groundwork for this real quick. Number one, if you've not read the book by Mike Michalowicz, I'm not paid to say that. It's not a plug. I don't even know Mike. I've reached out to him by email before. We're going to try and get him on the podcast at some point, if we can do it. He's a busy guy because he just got this revision of his book out, Profit First. If you've not read the book, go buy the book and read the book. It's the best 15, 20 bucks you'll spend in the next couple of months, all right? And you will tear through the book, especially the first 5 or 6 chapters. Go read that part of it. Now, I want you to know this. Most small business owners or organizational leaders, when they start the organization, their finances are typically in chaos. So for those of you who are going around, looking around, thinking everybody's got it all together in their business finance, usually they don't, okay? And so I want to show you something that I think would be so sobering and so helpful for so many small business owners and organizational leaders if you can just implement this one thing. Let me set the other premise for you. You cannot cash a spreadsheet. So I don't care what your net income number on your profit and loss statement says. And so if at the end of the year it says $22,000 or $242,000, I don't care what it says, usually whatever that number is not sitting in the bank over here. So I hear this all the time from business owners. Well, my net income statement says I made $127,000 last year, but when I look at my bank account, where is it? I don't know where it went. And so we want to do something different, and that's this Profit First methodology. So here's what he recommends. I'm just going to put this into a nutshell. I want you to know that we have done this for our business as well, and it has given me great clarity and, quite honestly, a lot more peace and discussion at home when we talk about money. All right, so here's what we've done. We created 5 bank accounts. All right, now I'm going to tell you what those accounts are and how they operate, but we created 5 bank accounts. The first bank account, imagine it's kind of a hierarchy. So the first one's up here, and then you've got 4 down here, right? So the first bank account is what we call the income account. All right, that's all it is. Just call it the income account. What you do with that account is 100% of your deposits will go right into that account, into your income account, okay? So that's that top one up here. So your first of those 5 accounts is your income account, and 100% of your deposits will go into that account. Now, nothing will come out of that account through checks or debit cards or anything like that. The only thing that will come out of that account is what goes into the other 4 accounts. What accounts are those? So write these down. Number 1 is profit. Number 2 is owner's pay. Number 3 is tax. And number 4 is operating expense. So look at this, 4 major sections under that one account, income. I know there's a lot of detail here, but just follow me and you can go back and rewind this here in a little bit. 5 accounts, income at the top, profit, owner's pay, tax, and operating expense. Now your profit account, you determine whatever your percentage every time you make a distribution out of your income into the profit account is going to be. So it might be 8% or 3% or 12% or 22%, whatever that is. You go ahead and every 2 weeks you pull, actually he recommends on the 10th and the 25th of the month. There's nothing magical about it, but just to get in a rhythm. And so we do it every 2 weeks. We take whatever's in that income account and we put a defined percentage into our profit account. We put another defined percentage into our owner's pay account. That's where we pay our salary out of. We put another defined percentage, 15%, into the tax account. That's how we pay the federal government and all of our taxes. And then we put the remaining defined amount in the operating expense account. That's where we run the business from. So if I pulled up my bank account right now, I could tell you right now to the penny how much we have available for profit to pull out of the business, how much we have available in the owner's pay account to pay ourselves. So I could tell you how many weeks or months we could live without bringing in another dime to our salary. I could tell you exactly how much money to the penny we have to pay the federal government right now, and I can tell you exactly how much to the penny we have to operate the business. And I could tell you even how many weeks or months we could operate the business without receiving another dime of income. It is the clearest thing that we have done in the last 2 months. I don't get paid to push the book. I was talking to somebody yesterday who's a bookkeeper, and I said, I almost feel negligent by not telling people how to do this. So you can go to your bank. Your bankers might look at you cross-eyed. Our bank did not. They were very gracious when we went to them, and they opened those 5 accounts at Atlantic Community here in Bluffton. And they were really kind. They were like, yeah, that sounds great. And so we've been doing it for a couple of months now, and it has been a game changer for us, and it will help you as well. And by the way, if you don't have good bookkeeping, categorization, you need to get that too. There's a lot of great services that can do that. If you need some recommendations, private message me on Facebook, and I'll be happy to give you some recommendations around that. And also some recommendations if you have any questions around this idea of what Michalowicz talks about with Profit First with these 5 bank accounts: income, profit, profit, owner's pay, tax, and operating expense. If you can start funneling the cash in your business around that, it's going to give you great clarity on what to do with the money. And quite honestly, I feel like you're going to be able to be more generous. You're going to be freed up to be more generous and practice greater stewardship and generosity with it laid out like that. So hope it's helpful. I thought a Thursday afternoon, a little flash training for you. By the way, we did a training last Friday on how to compensate your employees and yourself. If you want to have access to that webinar, again, just reach out to me on this post on Facebook, or you can private message me, and we'll be happy and delighted to get that link out to you. So here we are, liberating you, the small business owner, from the chaos of working in your business. And we're doing it right here, talking about the idea of Profit First on a Thursday afternoon. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you soon.